Hello, hello, everybody. I'm super excited for this 58th episode of the Game Changers. I'm your host, Carla, tonight, and I have a fantastic episode lined up for you. I'm honored to feature Addison as her first time ever on a podcast. Whoop, whoop. And her dad, Ryan Kennedy. They both bring a wealth of knowledge and experience that I am sure you will find enlightening. We will dive deep into some engaging discussions and explore fascinating topics. Stay tuned for an insightful and entertaining show. Before I dive into tonight's episode, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to Evan, Iggy, JC, and the whole TSA team for their invaluable support in providing me with this platform to engage with distinguished leaders and innovators within our community, like Addison tonight. Join me as I explore the lives and stories of my guests, uncovering their personal insights, experiences in fantasy football, and much, much more. The Game Changers is not your ordinary podcast. It has fostered a cherished community, and I am honored to share this journey with all of you this evening. Let's hear a little bit about Addison. So, Addison is an energetic and creative, almost 10-year-old, currently rocking fourth grade and gearing up for middle school for next year. She's been playing fantasy football for 2 seasons and is a proud member of the Bills Mafia. I don't like you, Addison, right now because the Bills won. Oh no! Cheering on her favorite player, Josh Allen. He did great this week. He did great. Kristen is also a huge fan of Caitlin Clark, and we're gonna talk a lot about it tonight. When she's not on the field playing soccer or basketball, Addison loves to express herself through singing, dancing, and drawing. Her favorite soccer team is the US women's national team, and she dreams of playing like her idols one day. Addison's favorite color is purple, and she enjoys camping on lake shores, swimming, and spending quality time with her dad, especially when it involves eating ice cream. Addison also loves playing with her adorable dog, Rocky. Fun fact, Addison has a unique drawing style where she loves to incorporate vibrant colors and imaginative characters, making her artwork truly one of a kind. I can't wait to hear all about it tonight. Addison, are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Let's talk a little bit about dad right now. Who is Ryan Kennedy? So, Ryan is a dedicated and passionate teacher with 22 years of experience in teaching fifth grade and sixth grade math. He's been a fantasy football enthusiast since 2003 and is currently managing an impressive 19 leagues. Ryan, that's insane. He is well regarded in the fantasy football community and has been recognized for his contributions, including being a representative in the Scottish Bowl, Scottish 13, a prestigious fantasy football charity event. Ryan is also known for his engaging and supportive interactions on Twitter, where he shares his fantasy football insights and celebrates the successes of his fellow competitors. Ryan Kennedy's favorite fantasy football player is Josh Allen as well, the star quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, who managed to beat the Chiefs this past Sunday, and I'm
Yeah.
not happy about it. As a member of the Bills Mafia, Ryan admires Allen's dynamic playing style and leadership on the field. Allen's ability to rack up points through both passing and rushing makes him a valuable asset in fantasy football, and Ryan often drafts him as his go to quarterback in his leagues. Ryan has been happily married to the most impressive woman in the world for 11 years, and together they have two beautiful children who are adored by many. A former high school baseball coach, Ryan now enjoys coaching Little League Baseball, sharing his love for the game with the next generation. Known for his love of corny dad jokes, Ryan also enjoys camping and believes in treating people the right way. He lives by the motto, choose kind. A
Nice.
fun fact, when his wife was pregnant with their second child, his students humorously guessed they would name the baby Subtraction. Are you glad that it was not your name, Addison? It was your brother's name? Would you call him Subtraction right now?
Listen, would that have been funny? Or you
Are you
like
calling him that or
It would
no?
have been funny, but I don't like the name. It matches mine, but
It's better, right? So,
right?
Addison, I have the first question for you.
oh no.
I saw a picture that your dad posted a couple days ago on Facebook, and it's really a cute picture of you. I do believe you were like maybe 3 years old, 2.5, 3 years old. This is how old she looks from the picture when you met James Harrison.
Oh,
So you were a baby, and you were putting your hand over
Oh,
thanks to James Harrison. So tell me a little bit. Do you remember that day, or Dad talks a little bit about it?
well, I don't remember anything, but he told me that he never smiles, and he only smiled the one time when I met him.
Oh my God! Aren't you the lucky one?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went to training camp. We were at
yeah,
training camp, and we got to meet some of the guys after. And she was about maybe 2.5, maybe
yeah.
3. And yeah, she had a football. She asked him to sign it, and he had this big smile on his face. And I've never seen that man smile that big before in my life.
That's amazing. How you feel, Addison, making someone famous smile that way?
um, good.
Yes. It seems that you are that person that wherever you go, you share that smile and make people smile.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Smiling's
I
our favorite.
love it. So, if you could meet James Harrison again now, what would you say to him?
um, I would start telling him about how when I was little and how I made him smile and how like he never smiles to anybody else and then he only smiled to me. So that's probably what I would talk about.
Like, you should smile a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe your dad should tweet that picture and tell him that, and tag James Harrison and tell him that. You should do that, Ryan.
We
That
went
would
to
be
the same
really
college.
great.
Yeah, we actually went to Kent State together, James and I.
Really,
Yeah.
that's a great memory to share with your daughter. How do you feel about it, Ryan? I see that you are, first of all, a proud dad
Yeah.
of both your kids, and that's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, Addison making James Harrison smile that day? I already read it, but not everybody knows about how you felt about it.
I mean, there's not many people that don't smile when they see this kid, right? Like when you see her, she smiles, you're smiling. So to know that it's making somebody else's day better, I think it makes you feel really good as a dad, as a person, all that kind of stuff. Especially somebody as, mean and who doesn't
Yeah.
smile as much as James Harrison. And I think her grandma got a big kick out of it because she's a huge Steelers fans, right? Like, so we
Yes.
live in Pittsburgh, obviously, and Grammy is a big Steelers fan. And when she remembered that James Harrison got to meet Addison, and that I was like, he smiled, and she was like, "We got to find that picture." So then I found
Yes.
that picture. I was like, "Here it is." Like, this was it. This was the moment that he smiled really big. Yeah.
I'm so lucky I saw it before the pod, so I can share that story. That's really amazing. I love it. When I saw the picture, I giggled. She was like this small human being trying to like reach the table. It's just amazing. You didn't even hold her up. She was just
Oh,
trying. That's what makes it,
right,
special. That's really cool.
right.
So, Addison, you are almost 10 years old and you play fantasy football. What makes you go to fantasy football? Can you share that with us?
Like, why do you play?
um Well, so basically we started with this little me, my brother Colton, my mom, and my dad. We did this little this little league of our own, and I won the championships. And I was
Oh,
and I mean, I didn't say this actually, but I was thinking that if I won that against him, then I could probably win more. So then I started getting into that, and then I got into a league with him, and um then I went to the Hall of Fame and I met Scott Fish. So then
Name dropping already.
so
yes.
he invited me to be in the kids Scott Fish Bowl. So I got in, and then now I'm in 2 leagues now, and yeah.
What's the other one you're in?
Awesome.
Boss Battle of the Sexes and Fish Bowl.
Nice. That's amazing. That's really cool. I love that. So I remember when I saw your picture with dad, he was at the expo and I'm like, come back. I want to take a picture with Addison. I want to see her. And he was like, we left already. So I want to make it this time so I can see you and take a picture with you. So this is the first time we've met. We're not like face to face, but make sure to see me next year and let's take that picture because you are amazing. I love that you are in fantasy football. So what do you do other than fantasy football? Let's talk Addison the girl. Do you do ballet? You concentrate more on I saw that you do basketball, soccer, but what else Addison does?
Um, in my free time, I would probably sit on the couch and watch my iPad, or and at night we would all watch The Voice. Um,
Nice. Yeah.
and as you said, I do like to draw and color and
Uh-huh.
sing and dance. So yeah.
That's
What
amazing.
did
That's
you tell
amazing.
first play about basketball?
Oh yeah, basketball. So last year, our basketball team, we were the only moon team, and we went undefeated and won championships. And then I tried out again this year, and I made the same team, but there was one girl who didn't try out, so then she wasn't on our team this year. But there's 2 teams this year. I'm on the same team with the same coaches. We haven't had a game yet, but we've had 2 practices already. We actually have our 3rd practice tomorrow, so
Ooh,
that's fun. And then for soccer, I my I'm in 2 leagues. I'm in a moon league, travel league, um, which that's over till the spring, I think.
Hmm.
And
yes.
then Beedling West, it's a club travel team.
It is.
And and um and it starts back up in January. So we did both of those, and my moon team does an indoor league too. So we do indoor too, and I play any position really, but I normally probably play defense now. And then in
Defense.
basketball, I don't know what position I play. What position do I play in
She's
basketball?
real full.
Cool.
Forward.
That's really cool. So basketball and Caitlin Clark.
Oh, here we
How
go.
did you become a fan of Caitlin Clark, and what do you like most about her playing style?
Okay, so I genuinely do not remember how I started getting into her, but I'm pretty sure it's because we watched one of her games.
It was all the Final Four stuff last
Yeah,
year.
it was the Final Four. So I watched and I could just see how she was moving. So I could learn from her because she's good. And what I like about her playing style is how she shoots the threes. Because she makes it every time.
She drains them.
She drains them, yeah.
That's awesome. Have you ever tried to do something that Caitlin Clark does, like with her move in the basketball court?
Kind of. So at practice when we're warming up and everything, me and all my friends we'll try to shoot threes. And there's really only 2 3-point lines, and we can only stay on one half because we practice with the other team. So we all get in a line, everything. And we just keep on shooting till someone makes it. So
That's so cool. So, if you could ask Caitlin Clark one question, Addison, what would it be?
how do you shoot so well?
Question.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I like that. I like that. So, Ryan, let's go to you and then
Yeah.
we'll come back a little bit with Addison. How did you start your journey from a teacher to fantasy football? How did it all started?
Actually, it was my first teaching job a long time ago. So back in like 2003,
Uh-huh.
and the science teacher in my grade that year was like, "Hey, we're going to do this fantasy football thing," and I was like, "What is that?" Like, what is fantasy football?
You didn't know what fantasy football was?
No, not back then. That was like 21 years ago.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah, I like football. Sure. Like, let's talk, man. Like back then, like we didn't have these apps and, the computer programs and websites and all this, content and data that we have now. And we were sitting around like before school started with the students to show up, and we have newspapers and we're like doing
Yes.
the stats, like that kind of stuff. And it wasn't long after that we started to get
Wait,
like all
that's
the
when you
apps.
started?
Yeah. Like we would look at the stats together and figure some things out. Simple scoring, I remember like Chad Johnson was on my first team, like he was in my first draft, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, from there it just kind of grew. And I just did little by little, and it just became like a little fun thing that I would do in the fall. And then these guys were born, and I started to get kind of overwhelmed with, babies around the house, and
Dogs.
we had dogs, and
And
I was like, I'm losing too at this time. Like, I can't pay attention to this stuff. And I started to like fall off the cliff a little bit and fall off the ledge. And I was like, all right, I got to cut back. I can't really do this stuff anymore. And then I cut down on my leagues. And then the next thing I know, I'm back on Twitter, and people are like, oh, sign up for this and sign up for that. And oh, I get invited to this fishbowl. What's the fishbowl? What is going on here? Oh, I'm going to the Hall of Fame to draft. Like, what is going on with this? Like, what? And then I get hooked, and now I'm in 19 leagues, right? Don't tell mom. So
she knows.
Yeah. So, but it just turned into something that over the years I got pretty good at. I got pretty good at figuring things out, and I'm a math guy, and I like data, and I like numbers and all that stuff. And a lot of things just kind of mesh between the two. And I don't know. It's something I'm pretty confident in what I do. Most of my teams are doing pretty good this year. Not all of them, but most of them. It's been a tough year. But yeah, I don't know, just
all the injuries. I agree. It has been a tough year for everybody.
Right. It's so bad. It's so bad this year.
And the thing about bots is that you can't set a lineup and there's no pickups. So, and I had like 5 players injured. Like, it was crazy. But I'm actually playing him this week, and I played him the first week.
Really?
So
did you win or lose?
I remember.
I don't remember.
I do.
Did you win?
I won.
Yeah, you probably did.
You let Daddy win, Addison? No, that's a no.
No mercy.
Do you know that I don't play, so you play better than me?
Oh, look at that.
I never played.
You know who got in the bots was Wendy early. Wendy, my buddy Wendy.
Yes.
And who Addison finished higher than this year?
Wendy.
Really? If Wendy is hearing, we're gonna tell her.
We won't tell her.
We won't tell her.
We won't tell her. I wouldn't like Wendy.
Yeah.
No. So tell me, what inspired you to become a math teacher? I know that you are a math teacher, right? So what inspired you to become a math teacher?
Honestly, I didn't even want to be a math teacher at first. I wanted to be a history teacher.
Ew.
Did you say ew?
I hate history.
What?
I said, ooh, I love that. She said, ew.
Yeah.
I love history. You don't like history?
Well, is history social studies?
Yes.
We learn about states. I have my test tomorrow, actually.
Did you study?
No.
Oh. She knows her stuff. Don't let her fool you.
You look like a smart cookie.
Yeah, she's been memorizing like some song. She knows it all. But no, I wanted to be a history teacher, and back when I was going to college, it was you had to pick elementary, middle school, or high school type level education, and well, you know this stuff too, being a teacher.
Still the same, yeah.
She's a teacher.
Mm-hmm. And so when when I chose middle, which was grades 4 through 8 at the time, you had to choose 2 minors. So you had to choose 2 subjects to minor in.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want history because I want to be a history teacher. And I was like, I'll take math. I'm good at math. Like it wasn't something that I wanted to teach, but I was like, I'm good at it. And then my first teaching job I got was a math job. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's see it. And I got done with the first year and I was like, well, that was really good. And I liked it. And I want to keep doing it. Like it was, I don't know, math to me is nice because it's black and white. So you have a right answer, you have a wrong answer. But the beautiful part about math is all the in between and all the different ways that you can do to get to that same answer. So the way I teach is just like that. So if you can get to the answer, however you did it is fine. Just show me what you know. Show me what you're comfortable doing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just, can you do something to get to that solution? So I do love teaching math. 22 years is a long time. I can't believe I've been teaching.
100%. I agree
but I
with
did
you.
10 years in 6th grade, and then this is my 12th year in 5th grade now. So middle school level, and then to an elementary level now. But her favorite subject too now. She loves math.
Nice. Of course. I mean, you play. You should know math and love math too. So how do you handle students who struggle with math, Brian?
We have lots and lots and lots of different ways we do that now. We have a very, very good support system in our school. We have a lot of support staff for that kind of stuff. So even if it's not with me, it's with somebody else. But we have lots of actual time built into our classes now, and our schedule, where we have what we call like a flex time. So like if I need extra minutes with certain, like a group of kids or just a kid, they have the chance to come with me just one-on-one or in a small group. We do a lot of like small group type teaching now. So if you're not just kind of sitting there listening, you're more getting up, coming in front, working one-on-one, doing something with the group, maybe at your same level. If you're a high kid or low kid or whatever kind of kid, ability level. My voice is going.
Yes.
No, not yet. No. But yeah, just giving the students more exposure to what they're not understanding at the moment, rather than just moving on, just giving them that continued exposure so they can have some more time to kind of grab onto it.
Yeah. So Addison, do you have any special ritual or routine you like to do before you watch football?
Not really. Just
No?
get up, brush my teeth, go downstairs, and relax.
Do you wear your favorite jersey or no?
Yeah, well, you're looking at it, right? It's down here. There it is.
Yes. Boo! I don't like that. No, I do. Listen,
she spotted your flag right away. She spotted that right away.
I know. I'm a Chiefs fan. So I'm like, no, they have Bill Mafia in the house. It's not going to work tonight. So I'm like,
it's okay, Carla. It's hard to be
perfect.
perfect.
Make me happy, Addison.
We can't all be perfect, Carla. It's okay.
I know, right? But we have 15 wins, which is good.
My brother's a Chiefs fan.
I love him already. And I love you too, Addy. So what's the best part about being part of the Bills Mafia?
What do you like the best?
What do you like? Yeah.
Well, I did actually experience it live. So that was really fun. And it was fun, but it was loud and chaotic. But what I do like is that, there's lots of jerseys and lots of good players on their team, like James Cook and Allen, obviously, and Coleman and Kincaid, everything like that. But one of the things I did like about the game was they all sang a song, Mr. Brightside.
Oh.
And the whole stadium was singing it. Like it was crazy. And we were in like we had perfect seats. So like this is the field. We were probably up here. And I think it was after the national anthem, or it was before or after the national anthem. What are they called? Rockets.
It was at the end.
It was at the end. At the end, there were these rocket things that flew right over us.
They're called airplanes.
They're like jet airplanes, fighter jets. They flew right over our heads. And also, every time they got a touchdown, they would sing this. There would be this song, and it would be like, I don't know it. I don't remember it.
It was.
It was Shout.
It was for the song Shout.
But it was Bill's version.
Yeah.
And then after the song, they would shoot off fireworks, and that was really fun.
It was a cool experience. It was really cool being there.
Nice. I like that. I like it. So tell me, why Josh Allen is your favorite player? And what do you like or admire most about him?
So this is actually kind of back when I
I
started
can see that on your face. It's like you have a crush on Josh Allen.
So basically,
Dewey.
he was at football one day, and was it Allen that got a touchdown or threw a touchdown?
Well, it was like 4 seasons ago, maybe, when Josh was on my team, on my fantasy team.
Allen was on his fantasy team. So, and Josh Allen like made a big play or got a touchdown, and he was like, "Yeah!" And then he gave me high fives, and then I was like, "Who is that?" And he was like, "That's Josh Allen on the Bills," and I was like, "Oh!" And that was the first player I've ever knew like their actual name, and then he just became my favorite player.
It just stuck, and like she got hooked on listening to me cheer for certain players, but like Josh was having a good year, and I was like, all right, like you keep cheering for this guy. And she would like just get up into it, and like that was it. That's all it took. Like she was hooked. That was her first person that she grabbed onto, in the NFL. Right. She didn't know anybody else at the time. No Steelers players. I mean, not even James Harrison. She didn't remember his name. She was too little. All that stuff. But like first one where she actually, like, my dad's watching this. My dad's yelling. My dad's cheering. My dad's giving high fives. What is this stuff on the TV? And that just stuck, and it's been that way ever since, to her mother's dismay, that she was hoping to have Steeler fan kids, and she has neither. All right, she has a Chiefs fan and a Bills fan, and her mom's a huge Steelers fan.
Yeah. So, does your wife play as well, fantasy football, Ryan?
No, she tried it once with me, and she beat me too. So
did she actually?
Yeah, she won the championship that year.
No,
it's always the people.
I won the championship.
Well, last year. I'm saying like before you were born, though.
Oh.
Mom tried it once, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll play with a couple friends, whatever. I'll try this." And of course, she won the whole league, right? Of course, it's always the people that don't know really what they're doing. There's like throwing darts blindly at players. Like, yeah, I'll do this guy, and they end up winning. I'm like, why do I spend all this time doing research?
It's like Hail Mary, right? When they play and they're waiting for it. Right. I love that. I love that. So how you manage, Addie, to play, like you have 2 leagues right now, right? How you manage to play and your school and, soccer, basketball, drawing and everything. Like, how do you manage everything together?
So I really have to think about days I'm going to do homework, and on days I have sports, and days I have to study, and days I want to do stuff that I want to do, and days we go camping and all that stuff. I have so much stuff because I have games on the weekends, homework during the week. I have full homework packets, and these things we call IXLs. They're
yes.
Yeah. And I have 2 of those. Okay. I have 2 of those every week. And like I said, the homework packet, that's normally 5-6 pages with, do I do basketball during soccer season? Yes. Okay. So I would have overlap. Yeah. So basketball and bead lane, my club team, we both have practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays for both teams. So I would have to go to Beadling one day and then basketball one day. And then I have Moon on Mondays. And then all that homework and stuff I want to do and stuff I need to study for, like tests and everything like that. Because I have like normally 3 tests every week, but when I have math tests, yeah,
That's a
my
lot.
cold. I know.
That's a
But
lot
when
of
I have
tests.
my math test, I have 4 tests in
Wow.
1 week, so all on the same day. So it's crazy.
It is crazy. Just listening about it, it's crazy. And I thought my life is crazy as a teacher,
Right?
right?
She's got a lot going on.
So
She handles it well though.
Yeah.
I know she does. You look like a smart cookie. I love that. So what are you most excited about, you know, now that you're preparing for middle school for next year?
What are you most excited about for
You're
middle school?
most excited. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna start off by saying that like I'm not gonna be excited when I have to wake up early in the morning. I already can't wake up. But what I'm excited for is not all my friends on my soccer teams are from like my school Bond Mead. So I get to see all of them in my school and all of like my friends from like preschool. And like there's just so many of my friends. Like some of my friends, they've been at our school and then they moved to another moon school and then I'll get to see them again. So I get to be with like a lot of people, but it's also going to be very chaotic and I'm not going to know where classes are. So it's going to be chaotic. But I'm excited to be with all my friends.
That's nice.
A lot of them
So
coming.
Yeah.
that's really good. How about you, Ryan? What like with fantasy football and teaching and you know helping with the teams as well with Addison, how do you manage to like fit it all
I don't know.
in your life, especially that
Yeah.
you know you have 2 kids as well and a
Yeah.
family?
I honestly I don't know. Like it somehow works, you know?
Yes.
I'm an early riser, so
Yeah.
I'm up every day pretty early. Usually my alarm's off at 5
Yeah.
and like my feet hit the floor at 5:01. Like when my alarm like I don't snooze. I just get up. But I do a lot of like my fantasy football stuff in the morning before any of these guys get up. So I'm not doing fantasy football stuff really.
And you playing candy trips in the morning.
Well, yeah, I do all that stuff. But like I do a lot of that in the morning from about let's just say like 5 to like 7ish maybe, you know, and then
Yes.
we start getting up, we start, you know, showering, get ready for the day. So I'm done with a lot of that stuff I have to do each day by then. And then I'll be focused on teaching until about 4 o'clock, you know, and then I'm off and I'm coaching, parenting, you know,
Yes.
dog walking.
Fantasy football.
Yeah. Making sure we're doing homework at home, chauffeuring, you know, back and forth. But it's a good mix with my wife and I of what we're doing. Like, you know, we have a good understanding of, you
That's
know,
amazing.
you're going to be here and do this, and I'll be here at this time to do this. And, you know, we got each other's backs when we're doing that kind of stuff and making sure these guys are where they're supposed to be and when they're getting picked up and all that stuff. So it works.
But we have to walk.
We have a good vibe in the house. And it works for the 4 of us.
It shows.
Walk
That's
somewhere.
amazing. It shows.
Yeah.
So, what strategies do you use to manage 19 leagues?
Well, thankfully 3 of them are best ball, so I don't have to worry about that, right? Like just whatever happens and hope my draft was good. The other 16 though, like it's tough. Like I remember last year I had 14 and I was like, too many, right? I was like, I gotta cut down. So I cut down
You gotta-
and I have more. And I'm like, how did it happen? I like can't say no to certain people. I'm like, yeah, I'll play with you. Sure. You know, like sure. Let's go. Like I want to play with you. So let's get in the league and go. You know, or oh, it's for charity. Sure, let's go. You know,
Yes, right.
let's donate some and let's play. But it's tough. But I have certain days throughout the week that I do certain things. So, you know, if it's like obviously Tuesday, like you're doing your pickups, you know, so you can get them in, you know, for Wednesday and things like that. But like, so tomorrow morning's what, Thursday? So like,
Yes.
I know.
Oh, no.
We'll do them tonight before bed.
Yes.
But like tomorrow morning, like I won't set any of my lineups besides anybody who's playing for a Thursday night game. And then that way I don't have to do all of them for Thursday, and I can save the rest for Sunday. But like that's when I'm messing around thinking if I'm going to play a Thursday guy or a Sunday or Monday guy. But I typically will not set any of my lineups until I wake up early on Sunday. Like, oh, Sally's in. Hi, Sally. She saw a friend pop up. But I still wake up early on the weekend, so I don't sleep in on the weekends either. So like Sunday morning, I'll be up at like 6 if I'm lucky. If I slept in, 6, and I'm up in my lineups before.
I'm not an early riser. Don't ask me why I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I walk like that in the morning.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So can you share like a particular memorable fantasy football victory or defeat you had?
Oh gosh, there's been so many over the years about things that I probably yelled about or cried about or screamed in joy about. A memorable fantasy football moment.
Didn't you win in the
Which one?
the Daddy League?
Well, I've won a few. I mean, I'm trying to think of like an actual like certain time when I beat one of my buddies. I don't know. I mean, I can speak for one this year that happened recently. Like, I don't want to go too far back with stuff, but like, was it 2 weeks ago? I went in against the last place team in my home league, and I'm on Monday night. Cam.
Oh,
Sorry, Cam, if you're watching. And I was down, I think, by 8 points, maybe. I'm sorry, I was up by 8 points. I was up by 8 points, and I had no other players playing, and he had Stafford to go. And I was like, there ain't no way I'm going to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Victory. And Stafford didn't throw a single touchdown.
Ooh.
It was that cut. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
You would never know what's going to happen with the players. It's insane.
Right. And I woke up and I looked and I'm like, what, I won? Like, you got to be kidding me here. And like, I would have lost to every single other team in the league at that moment because I was the second lowest score. But he had the absolute lowest score that week. And I'm like, no way did I win. And then I'm like, okay, so he had 293 yards, I think. And our league gave a 5-point bonus if the quarterback goes over 300 yards. So if he would have had those 7 extra yards, I think I would have lost by 2 points.
Would have lost. Yeah.
Right. And if he would have thrown 1 touchdown, which we would get 4 points for that one in this league.
Winning by?
Yeah, just by that much.
That's crazy.
I still ended up winning by like this much. We woke up, we were just laughing about it. I'm like, I can't believe I just won that game. But like, I don't know, just little things like that over the years I enjoy. Like because what I'll do is
only 20 minutes.
We'll be okay. Like just like the number stuff. I enjoy looking at that, and then I enjoy over analyzing it after to be like, okay, if this would have happened or this would have happened, this is the outcome. If I would have done this, if this would have been like, you can obsess over that stuff, but I enjoy that stuff. I get up early and I look at that stuff because I love the numbers. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have lots of memories over the years. I mean, getting to the fishbowl was great. Getting the draft live at the Hall of Fame, not knowing what I was going into my first year. I went over to the Hall of Fame, and I'm from Cleveland. So like it's right down the road from where I grew up. So driving over there from Pittsburgh, I was like, this is cool. I get to go to the Hall of Fame. I'm like, I can't believe I get to draft a fantasy football team in the Hall of Fame. Like, what is this fishbowl thing? And there's like 3,000 teams or something in the league that year. And I'm like, well, how is this going to work? Like trying to figure all this out. And then I'm sitting the draft with some of these guys that I follow on Twitter. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I know you and I know you. And like, I've been like sending you direct messages asking me like, should I start this guy or this guy? Because I trust these guys. And now like I've kind of become somebody like that where people like kind of ask me off to the side, which is cool. But that year, I mean, you want to talk memorable moments? Like I ended up, I ended up winning first place in my division, which I didn't think I could have done. Like against the guys I was against. I take first place in the division after a guy was crushing our division the entire time, and I ended up Scott. If you're sorry for watching, not Fish, the other guys. But did that, and then I ended up number 97 in the entire the entire tournament that year. So 97 out of the 3,000 some teams that Fish had, like I was like, right. I was like, I can do this. That was cool.
We had the 3,000 teams you got first.
Yeah. No. Well, no. In my one little division.
Okay.
Yes.
But then I got
really
again
impressive.
last year. Just missed the playoffs, I think, by 15 season-long points. I missed the playoffs, so I was bummed. This year, I'm in the playoffs again. So I have a 16-6 record in the Fishbowl this year. So it's a pretty strong
crazy.
team. Yeah.
Crazy. I love that.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm moving up 4 more spots.
Probably not.
Do I still play though?
Yes.
You talk a lot about kindness and empathy. So how do you incorporate kindness and empathy in your everyday routine, Ryan?
I think being a dad really puts a different perspective on you, knowing that these guys are kind of always around you and they're always watching. And we obviously do a lot of things as a family. Like we go out, we travel, we're out in public a lot, we do a lot of things, and these guys are pretty social, I think, because of it, because they get to be around people. But I think
it's Rocky.
The way that you treat other people that you don't know, right? Like you're just out in public and you just people passing by, talking, whatever. I think helps with that brand, helps promote that type of personality, that character, all that kind of stuff. And these guys pick up on it. These guys, they'll surprise me doing stuff all the time where I'm like, what the world? Like, where'd you get that idea to do that kind of stuff from?
Oh, like when you were doing the 25 days of kindness and I was in your classroom and he was trying to think of like a kindness thing to do. And I grabbed these pieces of paper and I wrote kind messages before the school year started. And I put some in some kids' lockers.
That's amazing, Addie. That's
so when the kids, the first day of school, open up their locker and they see like this random positive message from a stranger, and they have no idea what comes. Like all
they ask you.
Yeah, but like I don't know. These guys are like sponges, right? Like they soak up everything that they see. They emulate and they model after what they're seeing from parents and friends and other adults. And I don't know, just walking the walk. Not just walking the talk kind of thing.
Yes, I agree.
But I mean, I don't know. I try to do that in the classroom also, right? Like,
yes,
you want kids, and this being a teacher.
We need that.
You want kids to walk through that door and be like, I'm safe in this room. Like I'm good here. I'm comfortable here. My teacher knows that, I'm here and I trust my teacher, that kind of stuff. So I'm happy, and and when kids are happy and they feel comfortable and they feel like they belong in the classroom, that's where the real learning takes place.
I agree 100%. Yeah. And this is how we are our kids' safe haven, and I totally agree with you. Yeah. So you have 22 years of teaching, and you are sharing kindness, empathy, and I'm sure compassion and all of that. What do you see nowadays at school that you wish? I'm taking that question from you. What do you see at school nowadays that you wish we can bring back, Ryan?
That we could bring back that I don't see at school anymore, you're saying?
We don't see it anymore. Yeah.
We don't see it anymore.
Sorry, kids, if you're watching this.
No, I think, and I'm not to make this sound the wrong way, but like we're so driven now by data and test scores and, is a kid really learning, the math the right way from one year to the next and all that stuff. And I think sometimes we try to fill every single minute now with that kind of stuff and teaching and learning rather than letting the kids sometimes just be kids a little bit.
I agree.
And I think the learning and the growth will take care of itself. Like good teachers will have that time in the room. You do your stuff, you do what you're supposed to do. But I think letting the kids have some fun along the way and letting them be themselves and all that kind of stuff, and giving them a little bit more, wiggle room in between things sometimes, and some other things to do, and not just all business between the lines constantly.
Yes.
It really allows kids to become,
Better.
people, social people,
Yes.
friendlier people, more, what's the word I want to use? More,
Passionate.
well, yeah, passionate's a good word. But be happier coming to school, I guess.
Yes.
Not like I'm just going there because
I
I've got
have.
to learn this, and I've got to, pass this test at the end of the year, because you never want a kid to feel that way. You don't want them to feel like you're learning because of a test and things like that. Like, that's just one piece of their puzzle. But everything else that you do to make the whole child kind of thing, I think
Yeah.
is super important. So I don't know. Not to say like we should be playing more and things like that, like not fun time and things like
He
that.
has
But
a basketball hoop.
time to stop and tell fun random life stories in class, and
I agree.
at a couple minutes, we don't have to do this one math problem.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Let's have a joke. Who's got a joke to share, and give
I
kids
agree.
yeah.
How many minutes is the class? Like we have blocks. It's like 82 minutes. How about you? You have the
That's pretty
same?
close. So we have 80. Yeah, we have 80 at elementary level. So when I was teaching middle school, we'd have
I
like
don't
about.
like it.
So, and
It's
I loved middle
crazy.
school teaching because I loved I taught the same thing 5 times in a row, and it was
Yeah.
in, out really fast, and there wasn't a lot of time to mess around. Like, you just had to do it.
Yes, I
And then I
agree.
came to an elementary building, and I'm like, you're going to give me what? Double the amount of time with these kids? Like, do you know how much I can grow kids in that time? Like, if you're going to give me a group of 25, 20 to 25 kids for almost 90 minutes.
Yes.
I can do so much with those kids. So I enjoy the time I get with them at an elementary level, but I do love middle school. I love middle school kids. They're so fun because they're a
Yes.
little awkward. They're trying to figure out who they are still, they don't really know exactly who they are, and they're changing in so many different ways. And you got to love that about those kids. Like, sometimes they're rough around the edges, but you got to love those kind of kids because everybody went through that time. Everybody knows how rough middle school was.
Yeah.
But they're really good kids deep down, and they're fun.
What's your favorite corny dad joke?
My favorite corny dad joke. I don't know if I have I've got a few that I'll go to when people ask me that kind of question. I don't know if I have an actual favorite one though.
I saw a joke.
She has a favorite one, I know.
What is
Oh,
it? Is it
care to share, Eddie?
And then I'll
Okay.
give you one of mine.
Okay. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
I saw,
mean,
so mommy's old boss, you're with his daughter, right? His daughter's in your class, and she
don't name drop.
and she gave you her book.
Oh yeah, she
that
found
book. And I went to the food jokes today actually.
Did you?
And I saw a joke. It said, "What's in the middle of a pierogi? What's in the middle of a pierogi? R."
The letter R.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could tell you a joke about pizza, right?
Yeah.
But it's probably too cheesy, so I won't tell you.
We tell her.
I was working on a joke about.
I love her.
I was trying to come up with a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it.
He's still working on it.
Oh, I spilled the water now. Look, I was laughing at myself. I was laughing at myself.
Because he's still working on it, Eddie. That's why.
No,
No paper one.
which paper one? Oh,
So-
no, terrible. No, the paper one's terrible. All right.
Eddie, I have a question for you.
Which one? Me?
So, yes, you. So, you're young. You started fantasy football. What can you tell kids your age about fantasy football? Do you tell them you need to start playing? You need to not play it at all? Or what kind of how to say, message you want to give the kids your age right now?
I would try to like give them the encouragement to play because I mean it's fun, but if you lose, it's a little sad because I lost by like less than a point one time, so I was pretty upset. But I would definitely tell them that they should start playing. But I mean, it takes a lot of time to like know like who has good games and who doesn't, like who's been really good, who hasn't been good. Like Lamar Jackson's good, Allen's good, Mahomes is good. Like you need to know like the players that are pretty good. And you need to know the players that haven't really been good lately, but like otherwise it's really like up to you on how you choose and how you want to like make your team and everything. So yeah.
Do you like this year with setting a lineup now and getting to pick your starting lineup? Do you like doing that? Yeah. It's tough though, isn't it?
Tough.
It's tough.
Yes.
Yeah, she's learning though. No, we don't tell all of our secrets. No. But it's tough. I mean, she still asks questions and she'll say, "Hey, can we talk about setting my lineup?" And
someone said hi me.
What? Oh, she's reading the comments on the side.
I know. I do that too. That's why I would crack up sometimes.
Like I haven't even looked over there and she's looking at all of them. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing she's learning this year is the lineup setting, because it was, well, we'll do this little family league to get you guys a draft and we'll play and we'll just make it best ball so you guys don't have to worry about setting that. We'll teach you about this. And then, Battle of the Sexes is the best ball also. So she was like, okay, that's fine. And then when Scott Fish was like, hey, my son's going to do his fish bowl again, and I have this open spot. And, I'm not in his
son's league though.
No, yeah, it's the son's league.
Which one is it?
His son's fishbowl.
What's his name?
Ian.
Is his thing the King Gritty thing?
No, he's in the other division from you.
That's what I was saying.
No. Anyways, so, but that was when Scott and I were talking about it, and Scott's like, is that going to be something that like she's ready for? Like setting a lineup, and is it something that you want to kind of help her along? Because he's like, I just don't want to, ask her, and she gets all excited, and then you're like, no, we don't want to do this in our house yet, or something like that. So I was like, no, I'm like, I think she's ready because she's been talking for a few years about football, and she's starting to understand the positions a little bit. And I mean, she probably can talk football, under the table, right? Like she knows a lot of stuff when she keeps talking. I mean, people at the Bills game, when we were sitting around us, they were like tapping me. They're like, when I don't have any kids yet, but like I want a daughter just like that. Like she knows more football than half the people sitting in the section. These people were telling me, she's like, because she's talking to me like, okay, this and why did they do this? And I see that, and is that why they do? And she's asking those questions. So she's ready for lineup setting this year, but she's taking her lumps. Like, what was the biggest lump you took this week? What did you?
Lump.
The big.
Oh, I don't want to talk. Okay.
Yeah, no, let's talk about what she did wrong this year. Yeah.
I didn't hear him.
Well,
I didn't hear you.
Didn't listen to her dad.
He told me to start Bo Nix, but I didn't hear him, and I didn't start him, and he could have got me to win.
She would have won.
Oh, see? Always listen to dad.
Who are we playing against this week in the fishbowl? Was it Chalupa or was it Lindellians or was it
Pink Puppy?
Oh, so, but yeah, she's sitting around Sunday morning talking about because it's a super flex, and she's talking about who does she want, because she has Allen, Cousins, and Bo Nix. She picked up Bo Nix because he had been playing pretty well, and she needed him this week because the other two are on a bye. So I'm like, you better get a quarterback because you're not going to have a quarterback come next week because both your guys are on a bye. And then last week I was like, Bo Nix should have a pretty good game. I go, and he's playing against Cousins' team. And I was like, I'm thinking you go Bo Nix. I'm like, you can do what you want.
I didn't hear you.
And I was like, but all the rankings are saying Nix, and I think you should go Nix. And I swear she heard me. But I didn't check to make sure that like she was setting her stuff because she will move the lineup, So then we're getting through the day, and I'm like, look at Bo Nix's score. He just had his 4th touchdown. Look how many points. And she's like, 36 on my bench. And I go, you're what? I go, your bench? And she goes, yeah, Bo Nix is on my bench. I go, oh my gosh. I go, why is he on your bench? And she's like, oh, I forgot to put him in. I was like, oh no.
Oh my
Won a
God,
matchup.
Addie.
Yeah, but you still would have won your matchup.
I don't think I would have.
We'll do the math and we'll figure that out. I'm pretty sure you would have won the matchup. But your opponent could have also made a change that could have
Yeah.
affected that. So like you have to look at that side also.
So I know that you teach and you play fantasy football. Did you ever write fantasy football or try to write for
Like
about
content
fantasy
stuff,
football or something like that and share
like
it?
like content stuff on like
Yeah.
share out there. No.
Twitter.
Well, yes. I mean,
Twitter, yeah.
I like to do more interactive type stuff, I guess, and
Yes.
when I kind of poke the bear with certain things I do and jokes and get the stuff. But I've been approached by a few people, and nothing really yet has felt like the right time to say yes. I'm sure when something does come along that when I listen to somebody, I'm like, yep, that's what I want to do. Then I'll go all in and I'll do it.
Yes.
But I just haven't, I don't know. I just haven't got the right vibe yet to say yes to something
Yeah.
like that. But I'll know when it's the right time. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Addie, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Okay. Probably teleportation.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Rotation.
No. Invisibility.
It's almost the same thing.
No, it's not.
Why?
You can get somewhere and nobody sees you. Why do you want to?
Because if I'm upset with someone and I'm mad at someone and I'm so mad, I could go and whisper stuff in their ear when I'm invisible. I could go, why did you do that to me?
Freak them out?
Yeah.
Um,
All right, well, I hope I never make her mad.
I know, me neither.
Because I don't want that freak out in my ear.
I can't with you, Addie. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a favorite book?
Yes, I have a series. I like the Dogman series.
Dogman
the
series.
comic. Yeah.
There's a movie coming out too about it.
Yeah, I want to go see it.
We'll have to go see that movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
And there's Wiki
I would
coming
love to see it too.
Yeah.
And how about, do you have a favorite TV show?
Ooh.
Mm,
Like show or movie?
Well,
Either
It's
one.
up to you. TV show or movie?
Okay. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
is that really a movie?
It's a movie.
It's like a concert.
No, it's a
On
movie.
video.
It's a movie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No,
It's called the Eras Tour movie.
it's because it was on a movie screen.
No.
But what's your favorite TV show? So like if we sit on the couch at night, what do you like watching right now?
The Voice.
SpongeBob?
She is watching reruns of The Voice, so that she loves that singing
No,
stuff.
this is the new season.
Do they? This one we're watching? I don't know.
I seen 26.
I don't watch TV, to be honest. If
Yeah.
it's on and we're sitting there, then
You
that's
don't
on.
have time. You have 19
No,
teams.
yeah, I don't have TV. Yeah.
It's insane. So, Addie, do you have anything like for the future? What do you want to become in the future?
A teacher.
You do.
Oh,
I've always wanted to be a teacher.
she would make
That's
she would
amazing.
make a fantastic teacher.
I
Like,
agree
my full
100%.
endorsement. But
I do. I agree 100%. I think you will be an amazing teacher. Do you want to teach math or something else?
Probably math. Yeah, math.
Yes?
oh,
That's
boy.
awesome. I love it.
Well, we'll have
I
our summers
love
in
that.
television.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to want to hang out with me. You're not going to want to hang out with your dad. I'll be old and not
You'll
cool.
be old and
and
grumpy.
I'll be cringe and
How do you know that word, cringe?
Skibbity and Riz, whatever those words are. I don't know those words. I don't even know what those words are.
I love her laugh. That's so cute. Tell me a little bit about camping, Ryan. I heard that you go to camping with the kids and family. So, Do you like go constantly, or you just go in
Yes.
the summer more?
I mean, we go constantly in the summer, right? Because
Yes.
being a
Every
teacher,
week.
I'm off. These guys are off,
Yes.
and I can do all that and take us somewhere. My wife, she can work out of the camper, um, so she has the ability with flexibility with her job, where if she needs to be remote, she can be remote.
What does that
Um,
mean? Like out?
So like she could like work in the office if she wanted to, home here,
Oh,
or if she wanted to be in the camper working there while
yeah.
we're out doing something. But um, it was never something that I thought we were going to do as a family, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up camping with my parents,
Tell her story
my
how he got
brother.
the camper.
I will. And then my wife actually grew up camping also with her family.
In those
like
little
like
old campers.
those little like pop-up campers, right? They're really fun. You know, you have great memories as a kid camping and things like that.
I
And
agree.
we did like the cabin circuit for a little bit years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. We started doing that with these guys. Like, hey, let's go get a cabin somewhere and go into the woods and just kind of hang out. And we did the tent camping a couple times. That
I didn't like
died
it.
out really quick, you
I
know.
don't
Like,
like it.
and they liked it in the moment, but it was like, we don't really want to do that. Keep doing that kind of camping again. And then we got in the mix of building a lake house actually. So we were going to build a second home, and we were renting on a certain lake that we really liked, and we were like, you know what? There's a lot available. We should build a house there and have like a kind of a summer home. And you know, we love the area and we were going to do it. And COVID hit, and the production of it kind of slowed down a little bit, like with getting things ready for it and stuff. And we started traveling around because we were sick of sitting inside the house, right? Like we were sick of
Yes.
sitting inside. We're like, we always are going somewhere. And we're like, let's start traveling around any place that's open. So we started traveling around again and seeing different things with the kids. And, you know, we took clear advantage of all of the discounted travel stuff everywhere for that year. And we were sitting around one day at a hotel, and my wife, the kids were swimming, and my wife looked at me and she goes, I don't want to get a lake house anymore. She goes, I don't want to just be contained to one lake and confined to one spot. She's like, let's get a camper. And I was like, a what? I was like, a camper. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah. She's like, let's go get like a travel trailer and tow it everywhere and take the kids everywhere. And I was like, okay, you know. So I started looking on my phone at travel trailers. I had never done that in my life before. And then the next minute I'm looking at my phone, and I found out that the ones that we were looking at weren't as expensive as my mind was thinking it was going to be. And I was like, all right. So 2 weeks later, I bought one without ever seeing it. So I bought a brand
Wow.
new one. It had the exact everything we wanted. It would fit my truck that for towing. And I was like, I went, ordered it, paid for it, picked it up, and we started camping all the time. And so like, I hear the puppy. And then but in the summer now, like coming up in December here, I will book out for the whole summer. So like almost every single weekend we'll book out for a long weekend and we'll go,
That's awesome.
which is great. And they love it. Every time I
Yes.
talk about stopping it, this one is really upset at me. You know, she's like, no, she's like, we're going to keep doing this. You know, she loves camping. So we're on our second camper now. It's a nice one now. It's
A bigger one.
It's way bigger than the first one.
Awesome.
A lot more room.
That's awesome. This is what keeps the family connected too.
Yep.
Like to just get out of the house, no more TV, no more computer and stuff like that, and phones. It's really important
Yeah,
to
for
have
sure.
this connection.
Yep.
I agree.
And
I
with all-
I really like who knew it's 1 hour already. I don't want to finish this episode, Addie. I have so many questions for you. But what do you have? Do you have anything else you want to share that I didn't ask you and you want to share with your audience? Because everyone is here tonight to just see you and like see your smile and learn about you a little more.
Is there anything? Oh, I got one.
What?
I mean,
You talk while I think.
I mean, I'll brag for a minute about her.
Yes.
So she has a concert coming up.
Oh no, I'm doing this. Okay. So my school concert, it's a Christmas concert. It's either on the 7th of December or the 9th, because the 7th is a Saturday.
Yes. 7th is Saturday. And the 8th is gonna be 8th is gonna be a Sunday.
Yeah. And we have to get there like 6:30, and then But we have to.
In the morning
I have
or
to be
at
there.
night?
I have to be there 6:15. It starts at 6:30 because we have to get like all set up and everything. But we also do this art show where we choose one of our artworks. The 4th grade theme is summer, so I chose like this big wave, and it's going to be hanging up on the wall. But my concert, like I said, it's a Christmas concert, but we're singing this song called Hot Cup of Cocoa. We're singing the Silver Bells. We're singing You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And there's 2 solos in it. And I got the first solo.
That's amazing. Look at your face. You're so proud. I love it. Oh my God. I want to
And-
hear your voice. Now I have Dad on Facebook. So whenever he's going to record,
Yes.
he's going to tag me with that so I can listen to it. I'm so excited.
And one of my basketball teammates, if I'm sick, she takes over. But even if I'm sick, I'm still going.
Don't get sick, Addie. No, I know. I know.
In
No, we don't
second
want-
grade,
I have no voice. I'm here. I lost my voice. and I'm
in
still doing
second
this.
grade, I had like a stuffy nose, and I had a solo for the first time. So I was like, "Oh
Take
no!"
vitamin C. A lot of
Like-
vitamin C.
Yeah. So
But yeah, she likes the singing thing. Like she
Yes,
likes.
I can't wait to hear it. Now, hopefully you will not get sick in a couple weeks and we're gonna listen. We're gonna all hear about it and I'm gonna get a tag.
Yep.
And please tag me with a picture of hers too. I would love to see her art as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I do believe everybody wants to see her art right now. That's amazing. I love that. I love you, Addie, so much. I really don't want to finish this episode. But I do have a question that I always finish my episodes with. So you can start first and then Daddy will go next. Okay?
okay.
If you have a secret and you never shared with anyone,
Mm.
do you want to share it with us tonight? Or something that nobody ever knew about? Something special that nobody
Sure.
knew and you want to
Sure.
share with me.
I like someone in my grade.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's
No,
his
keep
first
watching.
letter?
Oh, does he know?
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it's a secret.
No, he knows.
So it's not a secret.
It's not a
It's not
secret.
a secret.
It's a secret to everybody else.
No.
It's a secret to me.
Yeah.
It's a secret to everybody right now. It's a
Do I
secret
know?
to me.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
He's
What?
Keegan, the one
No,
that he's the other one that has a solo.
He's like being daddy right now, Addie. He doesn't want to listen.
oh my gosh.
What?
Ryan, your girl is growing up.
Oh my gosh.
But you'll always be daddy's little girl.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I can't. How about you, Ryan?
a secret.
It's
A
not a secret.
secret or
Oh.
something from, like
Who knows?
way before that you never shared or no one knew about you. No one knows about you.
Nobody knows about me.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to think of something I wouldn't have even told you, Addison.
You told me everything.
Oh no, I pretty much tell Addison everything. I didn't actually want to be a teacher.
Oh,
How about that one? I didn't want to be a teacher.
Actually?
No.
So
Now 22 years after, look at you.
Yeah,
What did you want to become?
so I wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be a
Oh,
firefighter.
I thought you wanted to be a sniper.
I did. I don't know, something about probably the helping people thing, probably,
Yes, I
Um,
agree.
and I don't know. I've always kind of seen myself as somebody who, like, if there was a situation, like, I'm going, like I'm not fleeing. I'm going to be the one that fights, kind of thing. I'm always that kind of person. But yeah, I wanted to be a firefighter. And when I was 17 years old, my aunt, who was a teacher in Cleveland City Schools, 5th grade teacher at the time,
Wow.
asked me to come down to her school to like help. And I
Yeah.
remember I took some kids in the hallway. She wanted me to go over some math stuff with them. Math, right? Comes back to the
Yeah.
math. And she was like, these guys are really struggling. Can you just kind of take them in the hall and see if you can like show them something different that I'm not connecting with them? Like, yeah, I can try something, I can do this. And I remember showing them, it was like on an easel chalkboard. And I was like, all right, this is how I do this, blah, blah, whatever I said to them. And they went
Yeah.
back to the classroom, but I didn't realize that the principal of that school was listening to me the whole time. And she came up to me and she was like, that was really good. She
Wow.
was like, I've never seen it explained that way before. And they really understood what you said. She's like, that was really good. And that moment like made me feel really good that like I helped somebody. And my mom was a teacher, my grandma was a teacher, all my aunts are teachers. I come from a long line of teachers. I'm actually the only guy teacher in the family.
Yeah.
And that moment was the first time in my life I thought, maybe I want to be a teacher. And I'd always wanted to be a coach. Baseball was my thing. I played baseball for a long time. And I was like, maybe I can coach too. Like maybe that teaching thing will get my foot in the door. To be a coach, right?
Yeah.
And then after a while, I realized I like teaching better. Like I love
Yeah.
teaching. Like I love being in the classroom with the kids.
I know.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I love coaching too, but like the teaching thing is my thing. Like I love.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. So before I conclude, Ryan and Addie, can you please tell our audience how they can connect with you and where to find you on social media? I know that Addie doesn't have maybe social media, and we
Not
can
yet.
go through that. Not yet.
Yeah.
You're still young.
At Ryan
You know it?
I don't know. At
Don't give
Ryan.
my email address. Don't
Oh.
do that. Then everybody's gonna be emailing me.
Oh no.
I mean, you can go and find me on X.
Yes.
It's Ryan Kennedy _22. You can find me there.
It's a Batman logo.
You can follow me on Facebook too. I'm on Facebook. Facebook we keep a little bit closer though, but I still do a lot of the public stuff on Facebook too, the way I would do it on Twitter, X, however we're calling it now these days.
It's Twitter.
And I started Blue Sky, right? Because like everybody from football land is jumping over to Blue Sky. It kind of feels like Twitter 2.0, but we're all over there. So, and it's kind of starting up a little bit. So I'm over there too, but that's the extent of my social media.
I love that. I love that. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Game Changers. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Addie and Ryan Kennedy and gained valuable insights into their world and the world of fantasy football. Thank you both for sharing your experiences, life lessons, and wisdom with us. We appreciate you.
Thanks
Just
for
a
having us.
reminder that next week we will not have an episode available due to Thanksgiving. Wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with family and friends. But we will come back for the next episode of the Game Changers on Wednesday, December 4th, when I welcome Gigi Bot as my special guest. I also want to express my gratitude to Evan Iggy and the whole TSA team for their continued support and for providing me with this exceptional platform, sharing my guests' authentic stories and experiences. A special thank you for JC. Like, we love you so much. You spoke to him, Addie, before the episode. So
Yes.
he does a lot of work and he contributes a lot behind the scene. So your efforts are deeply appreciated, JC. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thanks for your work.
Yes. Do not forget to subscribe for the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback keep us improve and reach more viewers like you. Follow us on social media and stay updated for upcoming episodes and join our community, the Sports Affiliation, or at Game Changers TSA. Right now, we have a new page for the Game Changers where everyone is welcome. Until next time, keep challenging the game and making your mark. This is Carla, Addie, and Ryan signing off. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Thanks, Carla.